Tell us more about the new age, the age of Aquarius. What is its nature?
Well, I'll give you a long-range plan, all right, as it has been said to me for this planet. The age of Aquarius is called also the age of enlightenment. And the planet Earth is, in a spiritual sense, called the Garden of Eden. It's supposed to house children of love. In the course of time, and I really can't give you a time frame, the planet Earth is going to become a service planet within this galaxy and eventually to this universe. A definition and description of a service planet is one that houses a civilization of souls that have completely completed their karmic pattern of expressions involving physical incarnation. Then they can exist in either pure energy form, or if the need is there to manifest the physical form, to do that as well, and be of service to civilizations of a lower evolution within this galaxy and universe, in the same manner that your teachers and masters spiritually guide you now. In other words, the influence of the souls associated and involved with the planet Earth will expand out to a galactic level and beyond. Because in the course of the evolution of this planet, that's the level of souls that will be here, and so they can serve in this much more greatly extended capacity.
Yes, when you talk of karmic, what exactly are you referring to?
The word karma, to me, means nothing more than the word experience. It certainly doesn't mean any punishment, because no one's there to judge, so there is no punishment. In the course of a soul's evolution, it has experiences. For instance, it will experience hot water and cold water to find that its truth is somewhere moderate or temperate. It could not find a temperate truth unless it experienced both extremes. And so therefore, the soul incarnates in a physical form to have experiences. We call these part of karma. Karma meaning experience. And there are certain bands of experiences that have been assigned to the planet Earth for a soul to endure. Basically, there are 6 bands of karmic vibration around this planet. And when the soul completes all the evolution associated with these bands, so it moves to a planet of higher frequencies to continue upon that spiral of evolution. In the course of evolution, the soul reaches a point where it no longer needs to be confined in a physical structure for growth. It continues its growth at a pure energy level. All right, it has reached what we call a level of mastery in relation to physical expression, because this really is a lower form of expression, very confining in that sense. And that's really what it means when we're talking about completing the karmic expression.
When people of this planet have largely transcended the karmic experiences and move into this more service-oriented mode, will there be new energies, new technologies, new information available that currently perhaps exists but we cannot tap into because mankind is not ready for it?
One of the main aspects of Atlantis that we really haven't discussed too much has to do with magnetic energies. And so it is through magnetic energies that we, I firmly believe, are going to make giant leaps in this direction in the future. Our universe is constructed of magnetic vibrations. These are the energies that we use through magnets. We call them the energies of polarity. They move in both directions at the same time, and they are self-contained between 2 points. And there is a grid work within our universe that holds the energies of our universe together. Through this grid work of energies, we can transmit energy by speed of thought process. And this is what is going to greatly alter and shorten the distance between our world and other worlds. Within our laws of physics right now, we're dealing with speed of sound and light. When we will get to the point of totally acknowledging and being able to harness the energies of speed of thought, we will be able to go anywhere we wish to in a matter of seconds, merely by a thought projection. Naturally, this will make the world much smaller. We will be able to do interplanetary travel and return within one lifetime, certainly within a matter of weeks to do that. And so we're dealing with total new concepts and theories of physics. The same thing will happen to personal travel as well. The same thing will happen because everyone, once this is understood, will be able to spiritually communicate with spiritual masters. It won't be a process where we have to teach people how to channel through classes. Everyone will have this capacity. And so the ultimate answers are just beyond our belief as to what we can accomplish. You know, we're just beginning to basically scratch the surface as to what our achievements can be.
What steps can individuals take so that they can move closer individually and collectively toward a time when they can be of greater service in the world and we can move toward manifesting some of the things you're talking about?
The best way to start is through a self-analysis and through a self-awareness program. I really recommend meditation for everyone because that's a peaceful time. It's a synonym for contemplation. Meditation is not a difficult process. It just puts you in a relaxed state of your body where you can just become aware of yourself. We need to let go of a lot of old values of unworthiness. That's the main block we have. And understand that each one of us, if we are a child of God, isn't it our right to speak to our parent? And so therefore we cannot be unworthy. And when we get into this self-exploration and self-acceptance as a result of this exploration, growth just occurs. Because at that point you are acknowledging your worthiness, which means you have let go of the judgment. And when you have let go of the judgment of self, your immune system becomes intact and the doors to your soul start to open up for you. And that's really, in very brief words, how one really starts to grow.
So if I understand you right, Frank, you're saying that by exploring yourself, your inner self, you will start a natural and organic process which will result in greater feelings of self-worth and greater and faster evolution.
Absolutely so. And in a gradual improvement of your physical health as well.
Well, what are some key ways that people can actually explore themselves? That's a concept that I think would be valuable if you could add some grounding to.
The best way to do this, I've always believed in taking things out of the mind and bringing them into reality, because we can always play games with our mind. And so I really encourage people to sit down with a pad and pencil and list a column and title it, "Who Am I?" And start writing down who they are, whether they like it or not. And make sure that they tell themselves the truth. And don't do it at one time, do it over a course of weeks, and you'll change it. You'll keep changing it. And when you have a composite of who you really think you are, then determine which factors or parts of this you want to keep and which ones you'd like to change. And work on those, and start making positive affirmations that you have already affected the changes, and then the changes will start to happen. The problem is we're so busy surviving down here and so busy reaching goals that really may not be in the long run in our best interests on an individual nature, that we don't stand still long enough to look and see who we are. And by writing it down, it forces you to stand still and look. You cannot deny what you have written. You've written it and it's real. You can always con yourself in your mind. And so it takes the desire, number one. A person has to be willing to take that kind of risk on themselves, that what they're looking into will benefit them in the long run.